Welcome to part 2 of the ultimate guide for Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed part 1. But without wasting any more time, let's continue. So, I thought about this a bit. And like I say, I love improving. I love learning as I'm going along. So usually what I would do right now is I'd go to the Texway Gas Heart Station, get Joe, and then rush the fire station because the fire station has a ton of resources. But the thing is, it's always difficult for me to get the wire cutters before I get there. So, instead of going down immediately, I'm rather going to focus on easy loot. Not that the fire station is hard loot. Like, you're going to get the fire axe there. You're going to get the blueprint for the revolver. But, you need... I'm going to make notes of it, but you need a lockpick and you need a bolt cutter before you go to the police station. You can go there beforehand and loot the entire place and then, come back when you've got a wire cutter. But when we're looking at the points that the choice that we have, this is an easy choice, but I don't think it's the best choice right now. Like, this is dangerous. This place is dangerous. This place isn't really dangerous, but it's got quite a few zombies. And if we go here now, we've only got one weapon. So we're probably going to use the weapon quite a lot. And, all I'm thinking about is at the moment is the easiest choice for me right now. Now, that's not an easy choice. That is because of Joe. That's not really an easy choice. Gets complicated. That's not an easy choice. There's a lot of threats there. This isn't an easy choice because the only reason I would rush this is to get to Aubrey and open up the highway, which is like a secret location. But I'm a long way away from the dismantling bench. Okay. So this is quite a very safe option for me. And I might be able to get another weapon. Okay. Because our only big problem at the moment is food and weapons. Food is quite easily to fix, but we'd like to have some weapons and some resources. So we're going to do the value records now because even on hard, it doesn't have a lot of zombies. So it's almost like free loot, if I have to put it that way. Very little threat. You're using a very little weapon durability, but you're getting quite a few stuff out there. Okay, so I'm going to go to value records. Going to take the axe. And according to me, there's nothing that I have to lockpick. I just have to think carefully. No, according to me, there's nothing that I have to lockpick. Okay, so we're going. And then we are going to use Daryl right here to get to that bolt cutter as soon as possible. Now, we would like to get the cooking station rather sooner than later. But, the bolt cutter is opening up for us right now. Okay, things worked out perfectly for us there. So we're going to take the bolt cutter and then we're going to think about this. Because we're going to use one scrap metal. But does this need scrap metal? No, but we're probably going to craft this next. Does this need scrap metal? Yes. But crafting this is going to take an entire cycle. But the thing is, we don't know how much scrap metal we need for the bolt cutter. Not that I think it's going to be a problem. But I'm going to rely on the fact that I believe I can at least get 2 scrap metal before this becomes a problem. So I'm going to use my turn completely to get the most out of it. And then I'm going to start the mission. And most of the time, there's only one zombie here. I don't know about hard. Can't, you know, like I haven't played hard a ton. But, yeah, they've really nerfed this spot. Like, this spot used to have quite a few zombies. Don't really know why they nerfed it such a lot. But, yeah, it's very underwhelming when it comes to the threat level. So there we get the scrap metal immediately. Okay? We get the scrap metal immediately. Of course, this door is blocked. So we're just going to kill this zombie quickly. And every choice you make on hard difficulty is very important, guys. Not that your choices on normal difficulty isn't important, because bad decisions at the beginning of normal difficulty can stack up on you, you know, the longer you play. But with hard, you need to not make any mistakes right from the start. Mistakes is going to cost you dearly. Okay. So we can see if we just stealth kill zombies with a weapon that doesn't make a lot of noise, we can kill quite a lot of them. So the big thing for us is to not get into one-on-one combat, face-to-face. We want to be silent and make sure a room is clear before we enter it. We want to take our time. If we can't see what is ahead of us, you know, we want to, like, if you open, like, I can't hear anything, so there's no zombie there. But I mean, if I open the door, I want to open the door and use the flashlight immediately. And if I see something, I want to close the door immediately. I don't want to open the door and walk through the door, because if I walk through the door and I made a mistake, then on hard difficulty, that zombie is going to aggro really fast on me, and then I've got no choice but to fight the zombie and hurt my weapon's durability. So a very good tactic to have is, if you're not sure what is on the other side, open the door and hold in your left mouse button, okay? To make sure what is happening inside here before you enter the location. Okay, so there we get another scrap metal. So good choices. Very, very good choices. I'm just going to press Q. Transfer everything, but very, very good choices so far. And I want to wait for the zombie to turn around. I want to make sure that I open the door when the zombie's moving away from the door. If I'm in a hurry, that's when small mistakes cost you a lot. Like you opening the door before the zombie started walking away from the door. You know, then you open the door, you walk to the zombie aggroes. Now you have to fight the zombie. Now you make a noise. Now you've got a bunch of zombies on you. You know, like things escalate really, really fast if you do not focus on the small things and take your time. Taking your time is going to save you a lot of time, because if you're rushing, very likely for you to lose Leo, which is definitely the star of the show. Definitely the most important character to help you to get to the end of the game. And it doesn't matter if you don't think Leo can die. If Leo gets hit once, even if you can dodge like a pro, okay? Even if you tell me, loot, like, if I fight, bro, I can dodge them, like, a zombie will never hit me. You only need to make a mistake once. And that can cause a flesh wound, which can get infected, which forces you to lose Leo. Okay? Every decision matters. Okay, gasoline, water, scrap metal. Now, although I know if I move here, I'm going to get all the loot in any case, I want to take the loot and use it. Like, I'm not going to use the fuel right now. So if there's something else to pick up, I'm going to prioritize items that helps me build stations and upgrade stations. And I'm going to drop the things that don't help me to build or upgrade anything. Okay, in the past, there used to be a zombie here, but they removed it. So here it is. Now we're full, and we have to come back for these items. Now, coffee isn't that important to me. The shotgun round is not... I don't need a shotgun round to craft something. I don't need coffee to craft something. I don't need junk food to craft something. But the food will help me, okay? Food will sustain my survivors. But if I find components now, I'm going to drop the food for the components. Like, I can pick up that. Unidentified pills are not important at all. 3 little rocks or pebbles to attract the zombie's attention is not very important for me right now. Is it useful? Yes, but I'm going to pick up a lot of pebbles. You know, I'm not going to have a problem with pebbles. Okay, so I'm ignoring that. Okay. And what the game does a lot is, at a lot of points of interest, you clear a room, but then when you go to a certain point in the point of interest, a zombie will spawn there. You know, like, you think to yourself, hey, there was no one here. Why is there someone here now? That you have to be very careful of that, because the game has got spawn points. Like, sometimes when you go to a certain place in the POI, zombies wake up, or zombies always wake up, or zombies always spawn. And that can catch you by surprise if you haven't played the game a lot. So even if you don't have extensive knowledge of the game, even if you haven't played the game a ton, be prepared for everything. That's why it's good closing the doors behind you, because you never know when you come back if there's a zombie that spawned there. Okay. And I knew there was still a zombie alive because it didn't tell me I cleared the spot. And whenever I peek through a door, I'm going to wait at least 6 seconds, because you get zombies that turn around every 6 seconds. So if I'm not patient and I don't wait for 6 seconds and I just open the door and walk at him, he could turn around, aggro on me, and then again, I have to use the durability of the weapon. I can make a lot of noise. I can get into trouble. Things can go wrong. So those are very important. Whenever you peek through a door, take your time. Make sure the door on the other side isn't open. You know, like, if I can't see that door there, if I can't see the door, like it's outside of the screen, I'm going to open the door and, like, hold my flashlight to see if anything's coming. And if I hear anything or see anything or the music starts playing, I'm closing the door. Okay? Think before you move, and that will help you a lot. Like I say, not too bad. Okay? And now I'm pretty sure we'll be able to move on the next turn. We're pushing the barricades to the limit, but it's fine. You can't lose more than 2 barricades on a turn, except when they tell you, okay, that the attacks are going to get worse. So we're going to go now to go save Joe. We didn't need any lockpicks at the previous location. I'm not sure if I need a lockpick here, so rather safe than sorry. I'm going to take a lockpick. And then I'm going to use Daryl. And now I know what I need. Okay? I definitely need a screw. because I need that bolt cutter. But I can craft something in the meantime, but that takes another screw. If I build this, then I might not be able to craft this when I come back. Very important to know what is everything costing me. Even this will take a screw. So it's not a good idea to like, yeah, I want to, I can build weapon. I'll be able to craft pistols and stuff. No. It's important to know, the circumstances. Think things through. So he's not going to build anything right now. And he's okay with food and stuff like that. So I'm just going to let him sleep again. And then Joe will, of course, take over. As soon as I need to let Leo sleep, Joe will take over. So now we're at the Texway Gas Heart Station. Also, not a dangerous area. It's not a place where I've died. Like, knowing where you've died previously is very useful in you knowing, whether that place is dangerous or not dangerous. Like, Old Ballad. One day you can do the Old Ballad and think it's the easiest place in the world. The next day you can do Old Ballad and all the zombie spawns are random. Like, one time you go to a POI, you'll only have 5 zombies and they'll be at completely different locations than the previous time you went there. One playthrough, a zombie doesn't go down the stairs. The next playthrough, a zombie does go down the stairs and surprise you. Every experience is different. You must be prepared for anything all the time. So, again, I'm going to ignore the pebbles. Because I'm moving here, guys. I'm going to move here. Okay, I hear her. I'm going to back off. I'm not going to go for the car and try and hide behind the car. I don't know how far she is. I don't know how far she will aggro onto me. I don't want to fight I don't want to do that. And here it comes. Here comes the complications. Now look at the durability. Did I make a mistake there? Yes. I knew there were 2 zombies on that path, but I thought they were a lot more split up. So, lapse in judgment. I got hurt. I could have gotten infected. And look how much durability I lost on my only weapon. So I'm glad that I'm making these mistakes. To give you a real example of how quickly things can go wrong. Okay, I could have killed multiple zombies with this hatchet. But now, because I had to face them and kill them, I took a risk of getting infected and I lost a ton of durability on my weapon. Okay? Can't let that happen again. But for the guide's purpose, it's actually great. It's not good for me, but it's great to have to talk about something and actually let it happen. This is Joe Tuvasa. If you're out there, anyone, please, I need help. Please, I'm running out of time. Joe, if no one responds to this, I'm gonna take my chances outside. It's your lucky day. Oh shit. Hey, where are you? Texway Gas. Which one? Hart Street. Is that anywhere near you? Hang on, I've got a map here. Joe? Okay, I see it. I'm a couple of blocks west. How busy is it? I want to get moving as soon as possible. Well, I got here in one piece. Where you're headed? Once I'm done here, I'm going back to my shelter. A shelter? Damn. And I've been on my own all this time. I've been trying to make it to my dad's place. If he's old... Wait, I don't mean he's weak or anything. He used to wrestle. But he's got a short fuse. I don't want to find him brawling. Okay. Joe has got extra backpack space, which is his biggest feature. Joe gains an extra component resource for dismantling items, and you just have to keep him fed, otherwise he gets unhappy. Okay? Please help me find my dad. I'll pull my weight. Happy to have you. You won't regret it. We never do. We never do. Okay, I need that. I need that. I don't need that for building. The components are very, very important. The components are very, 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 very important. Okay. Now, I know there's a zombie on the other side. But you can even open the door and, like, see there's a zombie there and see that things are going to get complicated. Okay? And now you take your time. You don't waste time. You take your time. Because the distance at... I'm not Penny, which can kill zombies right behind other zombies. And the zombie sensitivity is much higher on hard difficulty. Okay? So I'm getting distance between the two zombies that when I kill this one, the other one doesn't hear me. Waiting for him to turn around, understanding what the situation is, and then acting fast. Okay, and my weapon is running out. My weapon is running out. Making sure that this zombie isn't a 6-second zombie, which means, is he going to turn around in 6 seconds or not? No, he's not going to turn around in 6 seconds. Can I please get a weapon? No, I can't get a weapon. I'm gonna, yeah. I'm just gonna have to break my weapon now. And that's it, I'm done. I am done. What do you mean you're done? I mean, I'm done. I can't do anything anymore. I have to go. And this is bad because now I can't move here. Now I can't afford not to move here, otherwise I'm going to have to waste wood at that shelter. I'm going to have to barricade that shelter. Okay? I don't know how many zombies are left here, but I've got the toughest guy on the block. I'm going to need to train my... I'm going to need to dodge now. I can't afford to get hit again. I didn't focus on the dodging or anything when I was fighting that other zombie. Okay, but it looks like there's only one zombie here. If there's more than one... Oh, there is more than one, so I am getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. There's no way I'm taking on 2 zombies with my fists. Not because I can't kill them, but I can't afford to get hit. Did I get hit already? Yes. But every hit has a chance to infect me, which is extremely bad. So, I did kill these 2 zombies. And here is a lock. Bunch of resources. Don't need these pants right now. I need the wire. The wire is a building component. Don't need the medicine right now. Still haven't found a weapon. Found a weapon part, but I haven't found a weapon. But I did risk my life for this section. So I'm going to see if I can get lucky. No luck. No luck so far. My people are going to need some food. I'm going to leave the bandage and take some junk food just to keep them happy. There we get a weapon. There now we get a weapon. Okay, so now we can do something. But like the roof isn't that important right now, so and I can use the brick. So I'm going to leave the wood and I'm going to use the brick. I'll show you now how I use a brick. And I'm going to switch to the brick. Okay? With the brick, you can throw a zombie off their feet and kill them immediately. without taking a risk to yourself. So I'm going to open up the door. I don't really know how many zombies are coming, but I'm going to sort this zombie out. Going to run and kill her. Okay, that's a free kill. That's a free kill right there. Getting a lot of scrap metal, that's building components. I can leave the meat, take the building components. I always prioritize building components. Now there's a guy over here. Let's see what happens with the durability of my weapon. Okay, I can definitely kill 2 more zombies. Very, very good. I can definitely kill 2 more zombies. Let's get the clue over here. Okay, we got the clue. There's a network mission and a plane mission. But we're just going to focus on... Like, there's 3 clues for the network, 3 clues for the plane, guys. I'm not going to focus too much on that. Okay, so now I feel better, but I need to figure out the schedule. So I know the roof on my right side is very short, and I know the roof on my left is very, very long. So that zombie that just walked past me is going to bounce off the edge quite quickly. So, you know, trying to kill the one that's behind the other one now is too much of a risk. But I know, you know, when they're going left, I'm going to have some breathing room. And when I climb out of climb up, I'm going to hold in the left. I'm going to hold in left. So I can climb out to the left-hand side so I can kill this one as fast as possible. Okay. And now I'm going to go back and take my time. Okay? And that's what I mean by thinking on your feet. Analyzing the situation. You know? Considering all your options. In a positive way and in a negative way. What's the worst thing that can happen? What's the best thing that can happen? Okay? We don't have a weapon. Is there a way to find a weapon? You know? I remember I killed those 2 zombies, which was a big mistake for me, but it at least cleared that hallway. Can that hallway give me an opportunity? And yes, it turned everything around. From dire straits to like, okay, I didn't choose what direction to climb out of, so I climbed out of the wrong direction. But I've got time. And there we go, we can relax. Now, whether you want to believe this or not, a lot of people start running around when they see there's no more zombies in the place. They like running around. I can tell you guys comfortably, I have lost 5 characters running somewhere and my character just jumping. Whether I wanted him to jump or not jump. Like running has killed me quite a few times. You run off a ledge, like weird things happen when you run. Okay? So if you want my advice, never run. It's part of the patience. It's part of the strategy. Because why do you want to run? You never want to get used to running because maybe you're going to run when, you know, at the wrong moment. There are times there that you need to run and jump over something. But again, don't do things that you don't need to do. Okay? Fire station number 8, that's where Joe's going to go. Where we get the fire axe and where we get the revolver parts. And, you know, quite a lot of loot and food. And then Hackett Construction. You get a few things there as well. Okay. And I really want to run now. I mean, I'm busy with a guide. I don't want to waste too much time. But I'm trying to be a good example. And even if I don't see something that I need to loot here, Maybe there's a secret spot. Maybe somebody hid something underneath that plank. You never know. So walk everywhere. Don't assume there's no loot there. Make sure there's no loot there. Okay, we're basically full at the moment. I feel we took all the most important items. It looked like we could kill a lot of zombies, you know, but clearly the damage on the screwdriver differs from zombie to zombie. And I'm just gonna exit the way I came in. I'm not sure if I looted absolutely everything. I should have looted everything because I literally opened this door. Okay, I literally opened this door. You guys see there, I want to run. And that's it. Okay. We're out. Like if you're on flat ground, guys, you can run. If there's no sleepers. If there's no possibility of dying. In any circumstances. Sure, go for it. See? Strange markings. Lead discovered. The lead that we got there. We came across some art graffiti and orange pencil shaped like a circular maze. We should check if any more are scattered across the city. Strange markings unlocked in the escape plan menu. So when you press tab, there's missions. So now you have started the escape plan. You can see there's 2 more clues to find in the escape plan. And then at some point you're going to discover the other plan, which is escaping with the helicopter. And at the end of the month, at the end of September, they're going to give us the spill zone, which is quite exciting. Now, I love the fact that they're actually letting me know when a character isn't feeling good or tired. So my man definitely needs to sleep here. But I know Joe is full of poop when it comes to being hungry. So I'm first going to feed Joe. Not really going to worry about Leo at the moment. The biggest problem that he has is sleep. So I'm going to consider that. And now I'm going to move. Okay. So Leo is the leader. Leo is the leader. So I'm going to click on Leo. And then ask him to move to this new shelter that we have cleared. Now, because I know Leo is tired, now he's actually exhausted, and we've got a curveball. Snoring. Daryl howled through the night like a tortured animal while we all lay awake and fantasized about smothering him with a pillow. All survivors lost more rest. Well, that's bad, because we weren't worried. We were not worried about Leo at all, but a curveball can complicate things for you. Okay, so we're gonna sleep with him now, and then he's a bit tired, but it's fine. We're gonna do the cooking station so that we are ready for the next person that we're gonna save. So we're gonna do the cooking station. We've got quite a lot of scrap metal, but we have to look at what we still have to build. So that doesn't take a lot of scrap metal. That, you know, the weapon bench 2 is going to take a lot of scrap metal. So we can make lockpicks, but we're not supposed to go insane with it, okay? But if we can fill up the day, we're filling up the day. And because his morale suffers a lot, we're just going to give him a beer. Just going to give him a beer to be a little bit happier, okay? And now we are going to do the fire station. Now, I know the fire station is dangerous because when I started playing the game, I actually died at the fire station. And on hard difficulty, there's a zombie on the roof that runs up and down. And up until this point, I don't feel I have handled that situation correctly. The first time, like, I have to climb down something to get to him. And then, whether I want to or not, I fight him head to head. But it doesn't feel like I'm in control of the situation. Like the first time, I fought him. I woke up all the zombies in the main room, which complicated everything. And the second time, I like ran past him and fell downstairs and got overwhelmed and died on hard difficulty. So I'm always trying to solve issues that I faced or make mental notes of it. If you can't remember why you died out of all the times that you died, write it down somewhere. When you die, stop doing anything and then focus. Why did I die? What did I do wrong? Where was I? Write down the POI. Write down what you did. Write down what went wrong. And then try and think of how can I get past this? Now, you're not going to experience that a lot on normal difficulty, but you are going to experience it a lot on hard difficulty because there are puppets with their, there's way more puppet spawn, way more zombie spawns, way more special, complicated zombies. A lot of zombies where there usually isn't zombies. So you get a lot of complicated situations, and it's like a puzzle that you have to figure out. They give you the tools to solve these problems, but you aren't always clear on what is the best solution. Now, for me, the simplest thing to use is a brick. Like, I can maybe throw a pebble, but I'm scared of throwing a pebble because a pebble can wake up zombies. And I don't want to wake up the zombies downstairs. You guys will know what I'm talking about. As soon as I get there, I'll tell you this is what I'm talking about. This is the situation that I was talking about. And I want to explain things to you now because I don't want to stand still when I go to the POI. If you stand still for 2 minutes, all the zombies wake up, okay, around you. So if you want to go to the bathroom or talk to someone or you get a phone call or whatever, freeze the game, stop the game. I don't know, press escape. I don't know. Like, just don't stand still for 2 minutes because everything on the screen will wake up and attack you immediately. So let's go. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. And the fire station has got one of those spawners, a place where there's no zombie, but when you go somewhere and you come back, now there is a zombie. And it's got another place that if you open a door, after you've walked through a room, if you open that door, that zombie always wakes up behind you and attacks you. There's no way to not let the zombie wake up. So there's a lot of traps, if I have to put it that way. There's a lot of traps that you only figure out over time. It's going to be very difficult to handle it or to do the right thing in that situation the first time you play the game because you don't see these things coming. And I think that's where a lot of replayability comes from. And that's why I was excited to do this guide, because hopefully with everything that I've done, I can use that knowledge to show you guys my best solutions. And then if you see something wrong with my solution, we can share ideas and maybe get to the best solution. It's not to say my solution is the best, but we can get to the best solution. Like I can tell you now, I don't like using alarms or alarm clocks or anything that makes a noise or firecrackers to attract the zombie's attention for like 3 seconds. Every time I throw a firecracker, every time I throw a clock, every time I craft something that makes a noise, the zombie turns around too fast and I have to fight him in any case. So if there's any specialists out there that know exactly how to use firecrackers and alarm clocks and all these things that attract their attention for like 3 seconds and how it works for you, please share it in the comments down below, okay? Let's work together. Let's help each other. Let's enjoy ourselves and improve together. So, there we go. Now, this is our only weapon for now, but I know I'm going to get a weapon early, so I'm not stressing. Like, if I didn't know I was going to get a weapon, I would be stressing right now. But I'm not stressing right now because I know I'm going to get a weapon. The problem is I didn't craft the bolt cutter. So I'm just going to take 2 lockpicks with me. Forget about the mistake that I made. Get ready for the mission. See what everyone's doing. Go to this guy. And I don't have a choice. Like, I need 2 screws for this. But I'm probably using a screw for this. So I have to weigh up what's more important, the cooking station or that bolt cutter. And clearly, because my characters have a hunger problem, I'm going to get a ton of food from the fire station, but I mean, hunger is a problem. Hunger can cause problems for me. The loot spot that I have to use a bolt cutter is never going anywhere. I've got all the time in the world. I can loot the entire place and only leave that bolt cutter locker there. Make a note of it and go back to it whenever I want to go back to it. Okay? So I'm happy with my choices. Let's go. Whether I take 1 lockpick or 2 lockpicks, it doesn't matter. It's taking up the same amount of slots. Although you can tell me, Luth, if you only took 1 lockpick, then as soon as you use that 1 lockpick, you've got that slot free. I do agree with you, but this place has got so much loot, I will have to come back. And that 1 loot spot, that 1 loot space that I'm wasting is not really going to do anything to me in the long run. So I'm going to open the door, make sure I'm clear. Move very slowly because there's zombies very, 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 very close to me. Make sure I don't get surprised by anything. Listen for music, listen for zombies. Make sure I know the difference between a sleeper sound and a real sound. I don't hear any walking. I've waited long enough because there's stairs there, so there's clearly a door there. So I've clearly waited long enough. If there wasn't stairs, I wouldn't have known how long the hallway is. But since there is stairs, I know how long the hallway is. Oh my word. And that's why you do not enter a room. That's why you don't enter a room. And this is very, very dangerous. Because I've literally only got 1 weapon. But I think I killed 2 zombies. I think I killed 2 zombies, so let's go for it. Like, it's very difficult to remember everything in hard difficulty, guys. Because there's so many zombie spawns, and they change so regularly, it's very difficult to keep up with everything. Now, I have to look at the speed at which this guy is walking. And I have to decide what's the best course of action. Okay, I'm going to take the gap. I'm going to take the gap. It's better to kill the big guy than struggle with the small guy. Now, this zombie looks like he's dead. I don't know how much noise I'm going to make if I punch this guy. But I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. So I'm going to close the door to block the sound. And then I'm going to fight this guy. I see a zombie trying to get here. Okay, she woke up. But I don't know what she's doing. Now compare the amount of shots I had to give that guy to normal difficulty. And then you ask yourself, why didn't I want to take on 2 zombies at the same time? Okay, how fast do you kill zombies in normal difficulty? How long did I take to kill that zombie? Now I'm going to wait. I'm very lucky that she didn't come down. I think she could have complicated things for me in a major way. So we got a break there. We definitely got a break there. I don't hear any walking. I'm still going to take it slow. And hopefully I get my weapon. Yes, I get the weapon. That's the fire axe. Just because it's a fire axe doesn't mean I'm going to start swinging now and kill everything in sight. And because I know I'm going to come back, I'm not going to take things that aren't important. Because I know I need to come back. I'm not going to take things that are not important right now. And again, I can't see the end. I can't see what is behind her. I can stand still for at least 2 minutes before all the zombies wake up. I need to use that time effectively. She had a blue dress on. The only way for me to identify whether there are 2 zombies to deal with is to wait for it to come back. And here it comes. Here it comes. Now, it's 2 minutes on... It's 2 minutes on normal difficulty. Looks like it's way shorter on hard. But again, I gave you guys an example there. Again, I gave you guys an example. Okay? I know it's 2 minutes on normal. Looks like it's a minute on hard. And this is a zombie that turns around every 6 seconds. That's why we didn't see her. That's the exact reason we didn't see her, because it was a 6-second zombie. So, it looks like on hard difficulty, you can't stand still. For more than like 60 seconds. Now, I know a zombie broke a door down. I know there's a zombie that's aggroed. I have to be very careful of that. This guy's clearly aggroed. Clearly. I know I've got 60 seconds. I hope he's going to slow down. Otherwise, I'm going to have to make a stupid decision. And run and kill him. And that's how fast things can go wrong on hard difficulty, guys. That's how fast things can go wrong on hard difficulty. Why did that zombie wake up? Because I ran. And I had to run. Otherwise, the zombie would have turned around. I had to run. Otherwise, the zombie would have turned around. Now I'm at half health. And things are looking very, very bad for me at the moment. Like, things aren't getting better for us. Things are getting worse for us. But at least we know we're at the end of the map. So if anything bad happens now, we just run for our life. But if you look below Joe's health, there's the 2 stamina bars. As long as you've got over 50% health, you don't need to stress. But you definitely need to be careful now. And that's a special zombie. That special zombie complicated things. And we broke Look how fast we're breaking our fire axe. Just because we had to fight zombies. Face to face. Now we know we need 2 screws. We know we need 2 screws. We can't afford to take up that slot. And I know a brick is a free kill. So I'm going to use the brick for a free kill. I don't know why, but oh, I clicked the brick while I was in the inventory screen. So let's take the brick, go out of that screen, now click the brick again. And now we've got the brick equipped. If anyone surprises us, we can throw them in the head and sort them out. But clearly, the axe makes a lot more noise. A lot more noise. And zombies are very sensitive to noise on this difficulty level. Now we're just going to try and save Frank. And we might call it a day there. We might call it a day. Like, because I know the axe makes a noise. And I know zombies on hard difficulty can just use the stairs whenever they like. They can use the stairs for no reason. I'm going to be very, very, very careful now. Very, 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 very careful. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. Open. Close. Hold my brick. There are jump scares in this game. Zombies that just come out of nowhere. I'm going to hold the brick so that if I get a jump scare, I don't have to use the axe. That's going to make a lot of noise. And then we get the screws that we need. So that's a lifesaver. That's going to add more inventory. I don't want to add more inventory. That's going to give me food I can eat while on a mission, which is great. Okay, so let's go and save Frank. You guys are more than welcome to tell me what you would have done differently. But just understand, you know, if you want to help me, understand that I had limited weapons. I had limited choices. But you're free to tell me what you think I did wrong and what you would have done differently. Okay? But so far we've risked Leo's life because we could have gotten a flesh wound, and we've risked Joe's life because we could have gotten a flesh wound as well. What you got till it's gone? Okay, wait, I'll be damned. Okay, so Frank's just singing a song. What you're doing? How the hell did you make it up here with a lockpick and a whole lot of determination? What was that? Was a bit of Candy Williams, right? The one and only. Welcome to my little corner of the sky. You're really living all the way up here? Not quite. You would have passed my tent back near the station. Big tent for one guy. Larry and I made camp after the military left. Did you see him? I don't know a Larry, sorry. Figures. I went out late one night. He went out late one night. I haven't seen him since. Where was he headed? Wish I knew. Would have gone after him if I had any idea. Thought if I parked my ass up here, I'd catch his trail. Nothing. Has there been anything else worth watching down there? Depends on if you're the type to watch people writhe like worms in the heat. Sure. I've seen enough of that already. Same here, friend. Same here. Okay, so Frank is a good cook. Recipes generate more food at the cooking station. He does bonus damage with blunt melee weapons, which is not really necessary because Leo does bonus damage with all weapons. But he's got reduced backpack space, so not the best idea to send him out. Unless, like with the fire station, you only leave a little bit of loot behind because you don't have a bolt cutter. You know, then you can send him out. But keeping him in the base, you know, cooking food, not a bad idea. I reckon you could use someone like me. I definitely can. Happy to have you. Larry could still be out there. Very weird that Joe is still looking for his dad and this guy's still looking for Daryl or for his friend Larry, and we haven't gotten any information on that yet. And there are a few characters, when you save them and you walk away from them, they have got a clue for you or they've got bonus information for you. So make sure you read the lines, because they'll usually hint at the fact that if you save them, you know, they can help you. And if they say they can help you, like Aubrey, as soon as you walk away from them, only the text will pop up and you can easily miss it. Now, I think a zombie's going to come right now. I think, yeah. This is a spawner that wasn't there. Or a spawner can activate, like right now. But you wouldn't know about that spawner if you haven't played the game yet. Okay, now I'm just gonna get to a place where I can relax a bit. Not that I can relax anywhere. Yeah, I can't really relax anywhere. I hope I don't wake up anyone when I kill this guy, because Joe's in some serious trouble here. Joe's in some serious trouble here. Very happy I didn't wake up anyone there. Get to the telescope. Open up the Victory meat processing plant where you get all your meat. And this has got some resource, but the main thing about this place, you get the fuel for the helicopter to escape with the other escape plan. And I want to show you guys the special zombie that I spoke about that caused me so many problems. But I already used the brick. Yeah, this just isn't feeling right. It's just not feeling right. Like, I'm not going to play the exact same way as what I used to play, guys. I'm going to make different decisions to get different results. And like I said, the last time I finished hard, I lost about half my survivors. So it's time to make changes. And risking Joe's life with half health is not a great idea. I don't know where these zombies are right now. I'm trying to see them. I can't even hear them. I don't know where they went, which is not good. The fact that I don't know where they are is not good at all. I have to know there's a hiding spot there, because they're coming from behind now. I'm going to have a problem. Very, very important to know where you can hide. But yeah, they're somewhere else now. So, not going to take a risk. I'm just going to move out. Live to fight another day. Okay. Leo went from exhausted to tired. So he's not fixed up yet. Now, sleeping heals you a little bit. And medkits heal you a little bit. Unfortunately, we don't have either. We don't have a medkit. But we do have a bed. Okay, we do have a bed. So he is temporarily happy with the beer. And we're gonna let him sleep. We're just gonna see what Leo is like. Okay, Leo is not as bad as Joe, so we're gonna prioritize Joe because we've only got one bed. We're gonna let Joe go sleep there. Leo needs food really, really badly. But I don't think it's the right decision to give him the food right now. So Leo is tired, guys, but I mean, he's got health. He's got health, okay? So I'm literally going to send Leo back. Although, we have to look if we've got better options. That's a better option. Although they took the loot out of that place. Yeah, that place doesn't have loot anymore. So let's not go there. Yeah, we don't really have a better option at the moment. Like, realistically, we don't have a better option at the moment. So let's just go to the fire station. I don't think I'm ever going to use a grenade. But I'll maybe use pebbles. I'm actually trying to get more bricks. But okay, that is... Okay, you have to press R, confirm the mission. You have to see the guy's picture to know he's going to do that. And then Daryl is also hungry, but we're going to solve all those problems. Now, we've got a bit of a bed problem. But it's going to cost screws. See, enables use of weapons bench, allowing melee weapons to be crafted and pistols to be repaired. Now, we've basically got one fire axe left. And we can't just rely on finding other weapons because the loot is random. Most of the loot is random. So we can't really rely on finding another weapon. So I'm going to prioritize the weapons bench. I'm going to craft the lockpick and I'm going to craft the bolt cutter. Just to use this time as effectively as I can. And then I'm going to go to Frank. We need a communal center as well. But I mean, we've got 3 beers. We've got 3 beers to keep them temporarily happy. So now Frank is going to save the day. Usually you can only cook 2 meals with 1 phase. He can cook 3 meals with 1 phase. So he's going to produce 6 food for 4 survivors. Okay? Which is good. And now we are ready for the next turn. Now, the problem is I don't know if they're going to save my progress here. I don't know. Like, I've given all of them something to do. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's better to save when you come back to the base instead of giving them orders and then saving the game. But you guys can help me again. Like, does it save the game like this? Like, if I exit the game now and I come back, will I be here or will all the orders that I gave them cancel? So because I'm not sure, I'm literally going to do the mission. Again, this video is now going to be more than an hour long. But we're basically just going to see if we can do the roof if he brought the wire cutter with him. No, he didn't. He didn't bring the wire cutter with him. I've got no idea why he didn't bring the bolt cutter with him. But in any case, Leo's quite tough. So let's just see what's happening here. Let's just quickly see what's happening here. Now, what I'm going to do with Leo is just get a bit of loot. Okay? I'm I'm just going to get a bit of loot. I think when I go upstairs, a zombie's going to spawn downstairs. But I don't really care about the zombie downstairs. I'm just going to kill this guy quickly. Close the door so I don't make too much noise. And just get some loot. Very important just to get some loot. I need all of that. I need all of that. And I need medkits. I need medkits, or I need to craft a medical station. And I never take a risk and get too close to the edge of the stairs. Because sometimes they see you. And yeah, then things go wrong. Horribly wrong. Now, even if I wake them up, they can't break open that door. Because it's blocked. You see, it's blocked with a chair. So even if I wake up the zombies in the other room, they can't get to me. So that's like a safety buffer. Now I've got 4 beers for 4 survivors. That's really, really good. Now I can basically kill 1 more zombie now. I just want to see. And like I said, I think a zombie spawns here now. Yeah. You see? There's a zombie now. Just because we went upstairs, the zombie spawns. And if I didn't close that door, the zombie would have been walking here. So let's just collect the scraps, if I have to put it that way. I'm just going to let him collect. Oh, he can't collect the scraps. Okay, let's just move on. He's not full. It's just there's a lot of different slots that have been taken up. But I still have 2 zombies that are not accounted for. So if anything happens, I am running to the left. I'm just sprinting left. Again, I hear a zombie. I don't know if it's upstairs or downstairs. The game is not great with directional sound. But I do know there's another door here in front of me. So I'm going to close this door so that I don't stand still. Just so that I don't stand still. Okay? Because if I stand still, things go wrong. Okay, that looks quite clear to me at the moment. That door's open, which is a little bit worrying. So I have to be vigilant about that. I'm just collecting everything. I'm basically full. I'm just collecting everything. And I want to stay on this level. I don't care what goes wrong. I want to stay on the level. I don't want to go upstairs and complicate things for myself. Yeah, see, there's a lot of loot here that can still be collected. So according to me, I've looted everything here. And now I'm basically just going to try and get to that bolt cut room. Not get to it. I'm going to try and clear a path for Joe. Okay? Now, unfortunately, Joe's still going to be hurt. So it's actually better trying this with Leo than Joe. But again, we've got no other weapons, which is not good. So I'll basically be able to kill 1 zombie, and then things are going to get very complicated. A red exclamation mark means you've got 1 more stealth kill left. So I'm not going to be able to clear the roof with 1 kill. And Leo is the most important character with these traits that nobody else has. So, like, now not using a turn effectively is bad because the threat level is going to go higher and higher and higher. The longer you take to do what you need to do, the worse it gets. Okay, so this is not great, but it's not bad. Like we didn't fill him up, but I mean we did collect quite a bit of stuff. And now at least I can save the game because I haven't given them anything to do. And according to me, I should have 2 bolt cutters now. So this is what you scavenged, this is what you produced. Okay? But according to me, we should have 2 bolt cutters now. No. We've literally... Okay, so... For some reason, I thought we crafted a bolt cutter, but we didn't. So I'm giving him... meat. I'm giving him vegetables. I'd like to give him more, but again, there's a lot of mouths to feed. So I'm gonna let him heal fully now. Hopefully. I'm gonna let him eat. And then eat. Okay, just to make them feel a little bit better. He's all right for now. So because Joe gets depressed when he's not eating, I'm going to give Joe the most to eat. And then, like, I don't want to do anything now, guys, but I'm probably going to let Frank, like, yeah, like, nothing's really going to change. So I'm just going to let Frank cook the food again. If we lose, I want to see if I lose this progress. And like I say, we literally don't have a weapon at the moment, but we can let Joe craft something like a communal center. We don't have a communal center, but we need healing kits and bandages. Yes, yes, we need healing kits. We don't have any healing kits. Okay, we need bloody healing kits. I'm not going to craft more lockpicks now. I'm fine with lockpicks for now. Okay. And then I'm going to let Daryl craft weapons. Because that's his special trait. Melee weapons are cheaper to craft. So if you're going to craft any melee weapon, you're going to do it with Daryl. And don't be scared to do this. Don't think you have to go out and fight every single turn. Okay? Now, the thing is, look how much scrap metal that takes. That isn't, you know, that's quite expensive. It's 4 scrap metal if you don't use Daryl. It's literally 4 scrap metal for 1 knife. But the thing is, the knife can kill multiple zombies. And although the hammer can kill multiple zombies, look at the noise level. 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 Now, how soft is this knife? Well, it makes the same noise as a broken bottle. It's one of the most silent weapons in the game. And you can kill more than 1 zombie with it. So it is perfect for this situation. Do we need to craft more than 1? Probably not. We can do 3 bottles. If you want to make sure that you've got enough weapons to clear the walkers, don't use scrap metal. Okay? Just don't use scrap metal. Now, if this information doesn't save, then I'm going to watch part 2 of the Ultimate Guide to make sure I do exactly what I did now. But if you guys enjoyed part 2, do me a favor and click that like button. And if you've got any advice from me, leave it down in the comments below. Any questions, leave it down in the comments below. Yeah, just click the like to let me know you're enjoying it. And then, if you are enjoying it, you can click the subscribe button as well and the bell notification so you don't miss any future episodes. Hope you guys learned something. Hope I inspired some of you to give it another try. And yeah, now I'm physically going to see if it saves it. It warns me that I'm going to lose information, but I mean, I don't know how to save information. If there's anyone that knows how to save the game where I am, leave it in the comments down below. But like I said, I don't care if I lose everything. I'm going to exit to the main menu. And then I'm going to continue. And we're exactly where we were. So it doesn't save the information. But luckily, I know exactly what I did. I'm going to write down exactly what I did. And that's how we're going to start the next episode. Okay? So just know, when part 3 starts, I'm not going to show you how I put them at all the stations. What I did, before we exited the game, I'm going to just do that again. So part 3, we're going to start where we literally just end the turn. Okay? And go from there. Later, guys. Cheers.